I've been in recovery for 26 years, and so coming to Cadis was as an easy choice. And I understand the helplessness that comes along with addiction. What keeps me here is seeing the miracle happen every day with folks that are in here in treatment. A lot of people don't want to work with alcoholics and drug addicts. We love them.
You can take your life back. Call Cadis today.
The Badcock Home Furniture and More New Year's clearance event is your time to buy more and save more on all the styles you love. Hurry in to your local Badcock to save 5, 10, 15, or 20% with select minimum purchases. And get a free bedding bundle with any Stanhope mattress set. All in stock and ready to deliver. Don't wait. This clearance sale ends soon. Kick off your New Year in style. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
I can't count the number of phone calls we have received where victims of car wrecks become victims of insurance companies. If you were hurt in a car wreck, please make Wettermark Keith your first call.
Call Wettermark Keith, the name you know and trust.
Get a leg and thigh dinner with Hixson from Bojangles for just $5.99. It's bow time.
When our water heater died, we got 3 estimates. One of them was from Chattanooga Water Heater Company. They offered repair and replacement options on the spot. They guaranteed their product for 6 years and included 1 year free routine maintenance.
Buying a water heater is a costly decision. That's why I recommend you get a couple of estimates. Just make sure one of them is from Chattanooga Water Heater Company. We are Chattanooga's water heater repair and replacement specialists. That's all we do. Call Chattanooga Water Heater Company now for your free estimate. Chattanooga Water Heater Company, 423-718-7342.
Local 3 welcomes Ice on the Landing. Outdoor fun for all ages. Skate now through January 29th at the Chattanooga Choo Choo. Log on to learn more.
Good morning. So nice. I always say it because I always mean it. But to begin the week with you here on 3+U, hopefully your weekend was a good one and you have a clear mind going in to the first full week of the new year. We're going to get you on, I think, a good mindset as the show kicks off this morning, because if you were like me and you're doing some housekeeping, trying to make 2023 the best one possible, there's no way finances and quality of life can't be part of that conversation. So we're so happy to have Brian Beasley on the show for the first time of many we hope to come. He has the Beasley Agency Farmers Insurance. So good to see you.
Good to see you too, Julie.
I'm really glad that you are going to hopefully make this kind of a repeat performance, so to speak, because once you laughed and you said to me, insurance is really exciting, isn't it? Yeah. And I said, yes. Depending on the age you are, yes.
Yeah.
Because it can make your life easy or it can make your life difficult.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're not insured properly and something happens, then it can be devastating.
So I know we're going to kind of weave our conversation in and out, but as a general rule of thumb, regardless of the area of insurance we're talking, do people tend to be overinsured or underinsured?
In Tennessee, a lot of people choose the lower side of liability insurance, which is dangerous.
But do they know they're doing that?
People are trying to get the rate as little as they can, and that's dangerous. Mm-hmm. Because if you hit, you look at vehicles these days, right? A brand new vehicle, a $50,000, $60,000 car. If you've got $25,000, $100,000, or $2,550 on your insurance, mm-hmm. you might not have enough insurance to cover that vehicle or your property damage. Your limits may not be able to take care of what the cost is to fix that or to get somebody taken care of. If there's hospital bills that are expensive, it's not going to cover that.
I know we kind of live in this online world, and you can accommodate that. People can talk to you virtually if they want to. They can communicate with you via email.
Yes, ma'am.
You're in Saudi, you live in Saudi, you'll travel to people. But people still come to you.
Yes.
And you can do face-to-face meetings. Can you imagine? But you do that.
Yes, yeah, we do.
Isn't that helpful for people? Because once they might come in thinking they know what they want, and once you begin to talk, you find out that you're not seeing something clearly?
Yes, yeah. Our office is in Dayton, and we're right across from the courthouse. We're right in the town square.
But you live in Saudi, so
I live
that's
in
why you
Saudi.
said you're our neck of the woods a lot.
I do a lot of meetings and networking stuff that are in Hixson, in Saudi, downtown, or even across the bridge. But we have people that will come into the office, people that come in and hang out, but we'll have people that will drop in that have questions about their insurance. And so we love doing face-to-face. I've been in people's dining rooms and sat at their tables and processed payments and, talked through the insurance. I like to make sure when I'm doing insurance that I'm going through each piece so that people understand what they have.
Right.
That's an issue. If you do an online insurance policy, you might not have all the details. You might not understand what that covers and how you're protected.
Okay, so let's play 20 questions for
Sure,
a minute.
sure.
Maybe not full 20.
Yeah.
Here we are in January, and people are hearing you say, people tend to be underinsured, and you need to kind of talk and think through things, and yet we're all watching prices go up and the cost of living going up. One of the reasons you wanted to come on is because insurance also is so you don't want people to procrastinate.
Yeah.
Is that right? Can you explain that a little?
Well, so right now, auto rates are going up, home rates are going up, and there's factors that are involved in both of those. Homes are more expensive in our market right now.
Right.
Rebuild cost, to build a brand new home, you're going to pay $200 a square foot or more to build brand new. So that's one of those factors. When we're doing a home policy, you're looking at the reconstruction cost of the home. Well, if you've got a policy that you've had for 5 years, your insurance company is probably going to re-rate you. It's coming, whether it's happened yet or not.
Oh, I see.
And so rates are jumping 10, 15, 20, 25% right now.
Okay.
And it's because they're adjusting the rate of your rebuild value on your home. On the cars, it's kind of similar in the cars. If you have, I hit a deer the other day, and it's just the deer rolled, got up, and took off. But there was enough damage. It's $4,000 worth of damage on my car.
Wow.
$4,000. So just a minor fender bender now is not $1,000 anymore. It's $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000. And I'm still waiting. That happened a few weeks ago. I'm still waiting on the body shop to get the parts to be able to replace it. So parts are more expensive. There's a time lag. COVID hit.
Right.
There's the processing chips, anything. There's all these factors that go into. So rates are going up because of all that stuff.
Okay. So if rates are going up, and I think I know you enough now to know you want to be really careful to not try to snag somebody away. You're not pointing fingers.
That's right.
But if rates are going up and people are reviewing their current policy, you're saying at Farmers, you might be able to have a better rate, or that you can put them in a policy where they have a lot more coverage for just a nominal increase?
Yes.
Like when you were telling me something about liability, the difference in $300,000 versus $1 million on your home.
On your home is $30 a year. $30.
A year?
A year. $30 a year to increase your coverage by $700,000 from $300,000 to $1 million. It's so cheap. It's not worth underinsuring yourself on liability on your home.
Why?
Hopefully you'll never use it. We talked about that too.
Yeah.
Hopefully you never have to use that. But if somebody gets hurt, you've got kids, right? Or they're a little bit older, but if somebody falls off a deck and breaks their neck, then you want to make sure that your coverage is ample enough to take care of that. It's about taking care of those people that potentially have been done harm to, not necessarily directly by you, but in your home or if you hit them in your car, then you can hurt somebody.
let me ask you something, and this is why he'll come back on repeatedly, because every time I'm going to ask you something, there's something else I'm going to want to ask you. But you and I were talking that a lot of people who watch our show tend to be, we're both in our 50s, that kind of age bracket where they've got younger kids and aging parents, and so we can speak to both sides of the equation.
Yes.
When you're looking at the possibility of the unexpected, which is what life is, and insuring against that, you've accumulated some wealth by the time you're in your 50s.
Yes.
If you have an aging parent, they certainly have accumulated some wealth. So if the insurance policy is not sufficient, and there is a tragedy that occurs or a bad situation that occurs, aren't your assets at risk now?
They are. They are. So one thing that we'll hear in the industry is, well, that's okay, just let them sue me, right? if you don't have a lot of assets and you're not worried about it, well, just let them sue me. Well, it's not about them suing you and winning a lawsuit. It's about your wages in the future being taken away from you. I had my nephew lives in Atlanta. He got hit by a vehicle that was, the guy had insurance, but the police came and took him away in handcuffs. And so my nephew called me and said,
What do I do?
Do I file the claim through his insurance or do I file it through my insurance? I said, you need to file the claim through your insurance because he's not insured.
That's another issue.
And he'll get sued and he'll pay for, it's going to be a $10,000 fix for this vehicle.
And there are still a lot of cars on the road that are uninsured. So you have to take that ounce of prevention for yourself.
Yeah, that's another cheap one. Okay. Uninsured motorist is another cheap piece.
It's inexpensive?
It's inexpensive. It's worth every penny to cover yourself on both of those.
I'll tell you a story I heard about Brian. We were talking a little bit. You just chit-chat in the beginning. And I said, are you from here originally? And he kind of lit up. And you are totally a Chattanoogan by choice.
And enamored with Chattanooga.
He said when he was a kid, they moved here from Knoxville when you were like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And he can still remember coming over the ridge cut and seeing it was dark and seeing the city lights below.
And it still lights me up. Every time I come through the ridge cut, day or night, it just, seeing the city sprawled out and the mountains around, it's a beautiful city. It's a gem. People are finding it now, and that's both good and bad.
Yeah.
But it's a gem. It's a hidden gem.
So if people call you, and we hope that they will as they begin the week, is it best on the phone to just tell you or your staff what they're looking to insure? How long should they plan if they do want to meet you face to face? How long is a meeting?
It doesn't take long for me to get a couple of pieces of information to do the quote. And people can reach out. I'm good with phone, text, email, whatever. Whatever's most convenient for you, I'm good with. That'll start the conversation. And then just a couple of pieces of information, I can get a quote back in a day.
Okay,
yeah.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
I'm glad we get to talk again.
Yeah, me too, Julie. Thanks for letting me come on.
To think that you can go from $300,000 to $1 million in liability for $30 a year?
Yeah.
That's like your good deed for the day that you just shared.
Yeah.
All right, so you can find him at brian@thebeasleyagency.com. That's obviously his website, his email. The phone number there in Dayton is 428-9222. He references it as Mayberry, so you're welcome to come sit up there in his office. He'd love that. But again, he wants to make it accommodating for you. So that's just the number for you to call to then see how to get the conversation started.
Yes,
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Julie.
So Brian's a dad. We always have our dad joke of the week around here on 3+U. So we're going to continue that into 2023. Here's your funny to begin the week, courtesy of Jason Wright. Here you go.
Your dad joke of the week brought to you by Scenic City Neurotherapy. Everyone deserves a laugh.
Hi there, and welcome back for this week's installment of the Dad Joke of the Week. Does anybody know the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream. How can you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator? One will see you later, and the other one after a while. Thank you.
Jokes are a great way to support mental health. But at the end of the day, sometimes we need more than support. Sometimes we need intervention. Scenic City Neurotherapy is here to provide a better way of dealing with mental health issues.
January is Bass Safety Month, and I'm on site to see how West Shore Home is providing homeowners with safe and accessible bathing solutions. Today, we're going to do 2 installations in just one day. So let's go upstairs and check it out. So you can see this tub is really hard to step in. That increases your chances of falling. So what we're going to do to fix that is install an easy, low-step shower with beautiful sliding glass doors. But this isn't the only shower we're working on. We're gonna go check out the next right now. So we're gonna replace this tub with another tub, but what we really wanna focus on is this up here, the drywall above the shower, because if moisture gets in there, mold can form, and that can be a huge problem. We're gonna fix that by bringing the walls all the way up to the ceiling. That will eliminate any concern of mold growing. So it's time for me to get out of here so the installers can get to work. We'll check back in when the job is done. So the installers just wrapped up and this looks amazing. They took the walls all the way up to the ceiling and they were able to replace that old tub with something new and modern. But this isn't the only project they worked on today. Let's go check out the other bathroom. In just one day, the West Shore Home team was able to complete 2 installations. And the crazy part is, we do this type of job every day. So if you're looking for a safer bathing solution, give us a call and you can get this great offer. Call in now because we're doing 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means you don't have to worry about paying anything on your project until well into 2024. Plus, we're taking 20% off all shower and bath projects. Call West Shore Home now.
Local 3 News. Coverage you can count on.
So a couple of weeks ago on 3+U, we had a chance between Christmas and New Year's to give you a look at what you can do outside in Chattanooga for free or almost free. Elliott's Boots was part of that hour. So we are back this morning talking with Marion Collette, who is the general manager here at the Hixson location. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Julie.
And what a table you have amassed for us. You've got it all here, don't you?
We do. Thank you for coming out this morning.
I'm thrilled to be here. And you know, I will admit to you, Marion, I don't come here often. Every time I do, I'm always surprised at the amount you have, especially on the heels of Christmas. You've got plenty of inventory here.
We do. We've been well taken care of with that.
You also service everybody. If you have feet, you will find it here.
We do.
So from the suburban moms like me who just want something comfortable as they're out taking the kids to and from practices and going to the grocery store, you've got it.
We've got it.
To workers out in the field, you've got that too.
We do. We've got everything.
Can we start with the Hokas?
Hokas.
What makes them so popular?
That's my favorite brand, and I'm wearing some right now too. They're very light. A lot of the podiatrists send people over with prescriptions to come buy them. And they're very comfortable. Feel how light that is.
We have them at my house. They're good for people who have not a high arch, aren't they?
Well, and you can always add an insole, like we have some right there, if you need extra support. But they do come, they're well supported. They've got that great outsole, really take care of your feet. And we've got them in hikers. As you can see these, you know, we protect the front of the toe, but this at the back is for when they're coming downhill too. So it's waterproof.
May I hold this?
Yes, of
course.
course.
So to look at that, that looks like a bulky shoe. It's very light.
Very light.
But you were talking about the mechanics behind it. It's why it's so important to come someplace where the staff knows what they're talking about, because you could try to fit something yourself and pay the price for it later. You've got to get the right shoe.
Exactly, yes. And not only are you keeping your feet dry, it's breathable, comfortable, and you know, great outsole.
Yeah, look at the traction on that. I mean, that's going to grab outside.
Yes.
Something you showed me that surprised me a little bit today was that the old standby of Chacos, everybody in Chattanooga has a Chaco.
Right.
They're great for getting outside and enjoying
all year
too.
long. Yes, we're selling some to customers today. Yeah.
But they're good for hiking. They'll grab.
Oh, of course, yes. And they're adjustable. They've got that great outsole. And you put a sock on, and we've got great breathable socks here as well. They've got the merino wool. You'd think that'd be hot,
right?
But truly, it moisture wicks, keeps your feet dry in the summer, and keeps them warm in the winter. And breathable, moisture wicking, anti-itch. You would think that would be itchy, right?
Right.
And they absolutely
not.
are not. And they fit around the toes perfectly, why they call them fits.
Here we are talking now almost mid-January. I can't believe the year's already going by so quickly. And we were kind of laughing, saying that Christmas is just behind us.
Right.
People are kind of spent, and yet life goes on. And you've got to have the right thing in case you didn't get it for Christmas. Can we talk about sunglasses? Because we get really bad glare this time of year when we're driving. It's important to have the right sunglasses.
Yes. Now the Gooders, which are polarized, they what a great price point, They're between 25 and 35.
What?
And
this sunglass here?
That's correct. And they're very light. They don't slip. They don't bounce. So they're great if you're hiking or riding or doing anything. And they're just a real fun looking glasses.
I'm gonna put this on.
And
25? That's
between 25 and 35.
light.
Yes. And if you want to go up a notch, we have the Costa, which is a wonderful brand as well. And we've got them.
I'm going to come back to these for a second, though.
Yes, of course.
Because these feel almost indestructible.
Yes, yes. And if you did lose them, I mean, it's not like you're losing a $300 pair of glasses.
Right.
It's, you know, perfect.
Very, very nice.
And they come in the box, and inside the box has a little cleaner cloth, and great for storing, especially if you're out running around.
You also want to be careful if you're out hiking, because there's no shielding you in the woods. All the leaves are gone from the trees. Protecting your head is important.
That's correct.
It's a great hat.
Yes, and it keeps the UV out. It's very light, and keep your head dry. But we also in the front have the little buff, which is real good for hiking or anything. People wrap it around their neck because they protect the UVs as well, and or they can wear them over the hat as a little hat as well.
Yeti surprises me because they've been on the market for a long, long time, and you would think if you have one Yeti, how could you need more?
Oh, yeah.
You always can
need
use
a
more.
Yeti. Yes, and they've come out with a handle now, which is really nice.
Very nice. This one here, you said, is great for 24 hours. It'll keep something cold.
Absolutely, and longer. And the other ones you put hot in there, it keeps them really hot. And Hydro Flask is another one that's really, really good. I have both. I've got so many.
Yeah.
Of both.
Some
it's hard
of
not
what's
to work
on
here
this
and have
table,
everything.
let's face it, is kind of for the fashion of it. I mean, you know that not everybody watching today is going to be out hiking on Stringer's Ridge or biking up the mountain. You know, a lot of us are just doing it to feel comfortable, because in Chattanooga this time of year, layering is important. Breathability is always key. You can find that here. But last week, we were out in Tunnel Hill. We had gone down to the Elite Lineman Training Institute down there, talking with the guys who were training guys to go out into the line work. Y'all carry workers' boots, including
the
lineman
boots. Yes, we've got a lot of them. That's the Chippewa, and we also have it in the Carolina, and we've got other boots as well. But yeah, a lot of half of our business is probably servicing the working man or woman that comes in, and we get them either a safety toe or just a soft toe, whatever they need. We take care of them. We've got a staff that's wonderful, happy to help. We'll measure a foot if somebody doesn't know exactly what size, because when you get your foot into a safety boot, you can't tell. You can't, because it's so hard. You can't feel your toes. So so we help people figure it out, especially if it's their first time coming in and buying.
To the first-time customer, I'm sure you can kind of spot them when they come in.
Right.
Because there is a lot to take in
Sure
here.
is, yeah.
And I think it maybe surprises people, A, to be in a place where you can kind of serve yourself if you want to, but to have that staff right here to step in and help you in the purchase.
We're happy to help either way. And we've got, as far as hiking, if you want to go hiking, we've got the Eslo and all sorts of Keen, Obos. We've got every brand, you know, waterproof, great outsoles, comfortable, light.
They have things for kids. Some of you may have spending money left over from Christmas. Perhaps you didn't get what you were really hoping to get. Maybe you were looking for something that ran out before Christmas. Inventory is always coming in here.
Yes.
So Marion, thank you so much.
Especially with the pandemic. We even have rings, like if somebody's out hiking so they don't lose their jewelry or working. Yes, we take care of every part of what you need. You come on in and we'll take care of you.
So here's where you want to come. It's Elliott's Boots on Hixson Pike in Hixson. The phone number and address right there on your screen. You can ask for Marion. You'll probably see her when she's here. But any one of their staff will be happy to help you get out and explore and do it in style and comfort. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Experience paradise at home with a hot tub or swim spa from Aqua Living. Hot tubs starting at only $24.99. Check out the revolutionary Tough Top Cover